What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, there's been a lot of price action over the night. The Bitcoin price went right up to $9,200, $210 actually. That's exactly where I said the price action was going to go, guys. If you caught the video yesterday, you saw that price prediction. And that is exactly what happened, guys. So I'm very proud of that. Be sure to subscribe and like for that, guys. And if you haven't subscribed and liked yet, don't forget I am doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. One lucky winner that is a subscriber will win. And I'll do that drawing live for you guys all to see. It might take, a couple months to get there, but with a new page, that's just the way it goes. And I'm, getting there as fast as I can. I think the channel's moving along very nicely, actually. So hopefully that'll happen sooner than later. And guys, if you can see today, bit of a green day all over, 0.54% on Bitcoin. Atom up quite a bit, so is Doge, so is XEM. So pretty green day, a little bit of red, BNB's down a little bit, XTC down a little bit. XLM down a little bit, but went all the way up to 10 cents. Look at that, guys. So down from 0.007 all the way up 10 cents. But still, a big rise in XLM. Very impressive. And guys, I wanted to jump into the Bitcoin price. So guys, we did bounce up to that $9,200 level I was talking about. And kind of just sitting at it right now. The EMA 20 is above the EMA 55. So that's a good sign. That means we're probably going to be a little bit stable here. We've came into the $9,200 level many times, and we are putting in higher lows. So we got a higher low, higher low, higher low. So that's a very good sign for the short term. Now it has only been, about a day of this kind of behavior. So we've got to see exactly what happens here. Now what I think is going to happen, just based on the charts, is we're going to get a bit of a bounce up to the $9,240 level now, retest some of this resistance, and then it's going to see what happens, see if we bounce off it or see if we punch through it. Now what needs to happen is we need to punch up through it and get up to the $9,250 levels and remain stable up there, because we've had so much resistance there and we can't just keep bouncing off it. Like, something's got to happen. And if you guys can see by zooming out here, we were on this trend from March, but it was broken at around the 8th on June, okay? And then a new trend line was put in. So a bit of a, you can see the angle change, okay? It literally changed just like that. So a little bit of a sideways motion now. We are in a descending triangle, but say like the price action shot up to 9,400 or 500. We can almost switch the triangle back the other way, and then it's an ascending triangle. So the charts are looking very, torn on which way it could go. The bullish and bearish scenario could very well easily play out. Again, I think we're going to kind of touch up to the $9,240 levels now, kind of touch this resistance, and then hopefully we'll kind of punch through it. But we could just get a bounce and more sideways behavior. I think if we're going to get a break, it's going to be early next week or midweek. Okay, guys, that's what I'm thinking, or at least just based on the charts and how the price is moving. You got to think since June, we've been in this sideways and downward motion from when it peaked all the way up at around 10,400. Okay, that was the peak, the top of the wick anyway. I'd say the next peak was like 10,000 again. This was kind of a double top, so this kind of came up to like 10,200, but then the next top was around 10,000. But anyway, still steadily moving down here and tightening up. There's a lot of tightening behavior, so there's not very much volatility, guys. So that means that it's building up for some kind of breakout, and I think that it's going to happen next week. I'm guessing midweek, okay? That's what it seems like it's going to be. Now, that being said, if it were to end at this end of the triangle, that's exactly where it would lay out. We would break one way or the other. But if we stayed on this new trend line, we could end up still at 9,200 by the end of next week. Okay, guys, so that could be really boring. We could still be in for more boring movements with Bitcoin. Now, that's not necessarily a bearish thing or a bullish thing. I think we need more volatility to really determine which way we're going to be moving for the midterm to long term, whereas the short term, it seems like we're just getting a price breakdown from the 10,400 and now sitting at around $9,000 and, really fighting these levels to try to regain higher price action. So again, what I think is going to happen is a test to the $9,240 level and kind of a let's see what happens moment. where are we going to break down after that and kind of coil up more? Or are we going to finally break out of this, get up into this red box? Okay? That would be very good. And the first good sign that we've had since the 7th, when it touched all the way up to 9,400. Okay, so guys, that was, you know, a week ago now, or more. A week and change ago now. So we need the price to actually have a breakup for some good bullish confirmation there. And guys, I want to talk a little bit about Electroneum. Okay, exactly what happened. We're still just moving sideways in between this resistance and this support, whilst in this descending triangle. Okay. Now there could possibly be a new trend forming. I wanted to draw that real quick. There could be a new form going like right here this way. So that would be a very good sign. That means we could actually break up out of this pretty soon. And you got to think, we are putting in higher lows, so that's a good sign for the future. All right, since July, after this long downtrend, we've had good signs. Even though we've had a pump up and a bit of a sell-off, we still touch this support and remain stable and are moving kind of sideways and up now. So let's see if we get some slightly higher Electroneum price, like 0.0058. Okay, that would be like right up here, touching this resistance here. But if we got up into the green box and remained stable, guys, that would be a great sign, and meaning that we're just kind of in an uptrend after this long downtrend. So that would be very good, guys. So keep Electroneum bags, definitely. There's still a lot of good things to come with Electroneum, and I can't express enough that we are just in the infancy stage. That coin's only been around a few years, guys, so that's, you know, not anything to really worry about. Early stages are always like this, and a lot of building and selling off, people don't, you know, they don't understand the big picture. And I think as they start to see it, for a lot of people that have already sold off, it'll be too late for them because they'll want to buy in at many cents. And yeah, they still will, and that's the beauty of it. It'll still pump the price up, people chasing the dragon, as they say. But I'm going to be the person who's buying in the accumulation stages as much as possible, so that way I'm getting as much maximum profit as I can, and, you know, getting the gains that I really want and deserve for all my studies. And you guys should be doing the same. If you do a lot of chasing the dragon, you're not making a lot of money and you're risking a lot. Your risk is higher then as the higher you get in. So always look to get in as low as possible and in the proper stages. Okay, so an accumulation phase or reaccumulation phase at the bottom of a bear market, something like that, guys. Okay. And guys, Zec, still pretty boring. Nothing really going on. We've moved right for about a day now, so I'm not gonna. There's nothing really to update. The EMA 20 is down below the EMA 55. The Bollinger Bands are tightening up, but we're still on this channel that we've been since March. So overall, Zcash is still very bullish and looking very promising, guys. So if you haven't checked out Zcash yet, check it out. I think there's still some room to the upside, and especially if Bitcoin sees some run-ups. We're going to see some more run-up in ZEC price for sure. And guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Bitcoin price charts. Suggest a 9K deadlock might finally end next week, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. A bit of a breakout next week, and that's what I think is going to happen. Okay, so the price of the Bitcoin has basically been supported by the $9,000 level many times. However, the market itself is not acting bearish because altcoins, for instance, are pumping, like Doge, XLM. There's just many coins pumping right now. So it's not confirmed that everything's all around bearish, even though we're just, you know, in a very boring sense for Bitcoin, that is. So as Bitcoin's price has been consolidating, there's an argument to be made that the price is making constant higher lows since March 12th. The most recent low is the area between 8,700, 8,900. That's the bullish case. And we keep bouncing off of those supports. As soon as we hit the 8s, we bounce right back up. It's happened several times, guys. I think it's happened 9 or 10 times now in the last 2 months. However, the price has been dropping since the peak high at 10,300, which is actually 10,400, and has been making lower highs since. That leads to the overall conflict in the markets as both bullish and bearish arguments exist. Bitcoin price is currently above the 100-day and 200-day moving averages, as the chart shows. At the same time, the crucial support level of 8,700, 8,900 is still holding, and also established a smaller support level at the 9,050 and 9,100 which is where BTC USD is currently at. So we are sitting a little bit above that, guys. Here's the chart right there. And as you can see, there's that trend line that I was talking about. Okay, we put in a new trend line here because we're not just going to go straight up here as if, you know, we were on the trend line since March. Okay, that got kind of cut off and we're kind of moving sideways and up now. Okay, and here you can see the 4-hour chart clearly shows a breakdown of the $9,150 to $9,200 level, which is currently being tested for resistance and confirmation of its support resistance flip, as it's currently being supported by the $9,000, $9,050 level. Okay, guys, so there's the resistance level to break for confirmation, and here's the 4th support level. So let's see if we can actually break through this to the upside. That would be a very good sign. I would like to see a 9,250, you know, dollar Bitcoin over the next couple days. That would be a very good sign that we're moving to the upside and that this kind of sideways low volatility crap is done. That would be a very good sign. So I think that, you know, the bullish scenario could play out, but it's not going to be super strong. We could just get a small movement to the upside. And the reason for that, guys, is just because you see right here, we are moving up and the EMA 20 is above the EMA 55. Okay, so a movement up to the 9,200 and change, 220 at least, could be right around the corner, guys. And then we could get a little bit of a sell-off back down touching the $9,080 level, and that would still be okay and still on an uptrend. So guys, just remember that the uptrend has changed a little bit since March and we're kind of moving sideways now, but it's like this basically, you know. So anyway, that's what I think is going on there, guys. And guys, that's all I have time for today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget I am doing a giveaway, and the first 500 subscribers are in it to win, and one will be chosen, and I'll do that drawing live for you guys. So spread the word, guys. If you don't have a Ledger Nano S or a Ledger Nano in general, it's one of the best hardware wallets you can get, and it's like a key to the blockchain and just a very safe thing. They're unable to be hacked, and the only way you can really get hacked or screwed over is if you give your private keys to someone and then they put in your code. So, you know, write down all your stuff, keep it hidden, keep it safe, and your keys and all your cryptocurrency and Bitcoin will be safe for the future. And I think it's a very safe way to move forward with the cryptocurrency, because you don't want to leave your money on exchange really, unless you're just trading frequently. Like, there are safe exchanges, Coinbase, Gemini, stuff like that. But in general, you want to be in control of your own money and not letting someone else control your money. That's why a lot of us are doing this. So anyway, guys, that's all I have time for today. Be sure to subscribe and like. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.